just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room, what's going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. We are here once again, live for you and the family, and for those that support the GMS show and everything we got going on over here. You know we started every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you really pass it along yourself. Really keeping that green mind state. I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up, man. Tap into the live chat. Let me know you are here rocking with us today. Share the live, hit that like button, all that greatness. We got some things to discuss today. A lot of things, man. Shout out your city, by the way, too, man. I want to know where you tuning in from, man. What city are you chilling and watching the GMS show? Or maybe you on break right now watching the show. Maybe you on the road watching the show, who knows, but check in, tap in. Let me know what city you tuning in from. Shout out Melissa, I see you. Infinite, what's going on, my guy? El Crablos. My guy Wilt is in the building. Glow is here, Glittery Bubbles. The Bull, Don Philly. Sanaa, what up, what up? Ronnie Forrest. What's going on, y'all? 313 Capo, Vale. Robert Thomas, what's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all for pulling up on me today. You know what time it is. We finna get to it, and I can't hold y'all no longer. I gotta speak about it. So, first and foremost, you know, there's a lot of things on the topics today, but I want to get one thing talked about and out the way because we already did a whole discussion about it yesterday. But of course, as you know, the 5150 show was last night. Corey Holcomb, along with Darlene Ortiz and Marcus and Craig Fax. They all sat up there and did their thing. But one thing I wanted to make sure that I highlighted here today was the moment where they spoke on the Riverfront Montgomery, Alabama brawl. Fade in the water, as they hashtagged it so famously now. There was a lot of things that he said, and I actually wanted to make sure that it was conveyed. You know, we talk about a lot of the shocking things or the controversial things that this guy says, but I want to highlight something more positive, something more of a message that I want to convey. So I wanted to play this because I think that from this perspective, it was very interesting what he had to say. It wasn't your regular just go along and clown the whole situation and just make a whole bunch of jokes out of it. it actually was something in that he wanted to make known, and I think it was very important that we speak on that before we talk about anything else. So, as you see, Corey came equipped with that motherfucking folding chair, man. Let me just tell you, folding chairs have been selling out all across America. It's crazy what social media can do. It's crazy what going viral can do for companies. Like, you do something with you can make a flashlight go viral and everybody will go and get that specific brand of flashlights, and now all of a sudden that company has become multi-million-dollar overnight. You know what I'm saying? Something as dumb as a sock. You know what I'm saying? Just a specific sock. Oh, I got these llama socks, and that motherfucking video can go 50 times million fucking views, all types of shit. Next thing you know, everybody got llama socks walking around. It's like, honestly, you know what it is? I don't know if y'all remember this movie back in the day. I think it was a Disney movie, one of these Disney or Nickelodeon movies back in the day. But Up and Away. It was a black superhero movie. Y'all remember that? Fuck, what was his name, man? Damn, what was his name? It was comedian, well-known black actor. Damn, I forgot his name, man. I can't believe I forgot his name. But he was in Up and Away. And in that movie, I swear to God, if you have not seen it, it's a kids movie, but it actually displays some shit that's crazy. It was like calling the future. They had a part of the movie where there's these people came. They gave all the kids discs and shit, and they had to go home and put their disc in their fucking fat back computers, and they all watched shit, and it brainwashed them and made everybody come to school wearing one color, like they were testing a bunch of shit. Robert Townsend, there we go. Sorry, y'all. Robert Townsend. They were testing the kids to see if they would mimic and do the things that they brainwashed them to do. So they were starting off with small shit, and then they went and did more drastic shit. This is what I believe actually has happened in society today. But that's just another conversation for another day. Now, pay attention to this and listen to what Corey had to say here.
Let's fuck 'em up! Hey man, why that bitch was on the ground, dude was like...
That nigga Corey got to shift his body to slang that chair.
Boy, I'm flying with one of these. Everywhere I go, I'm putting my shit on I'm carrying on. Would you like a middle seat?
When that nigga body shit when he do it.
Raise your arm before it starts getting wet. I'm gonna be like...
You like a fat nigga fucking a bitch. When you do
What the fuck, America? I'm Corey Holcomb. Darlene OGOTs. You know Marcus.
yeah.
Craig Facts. We finna talk shit. Y'all already know. America, we are in so much danger. We are running ourselves to war amongst each other. We're not respected once you leave America. People don't know that, man. Like, you really find out how motherfuckers don't like people from America when you travel out this country. You be like, I'm from America. They be like, ugh, you fucking piece of shit.
I'm gonna keep it going, but just know that Gilly just dealt with something just like that recently at the airport. If you haven't seen that, Gilly just dealt with some shit just like that, and they got the cops threatened on him just because dude didn't like the tone of their voice. It was some weird shit, but they do treat you like that when you are American overseas. You even combat what they saying, even if they saying some shit that's false or just don't even make no sense. They'll you're the medic and get the fuck, they'll really treat you that way.
That nigga Yuck in the house. Yuck. Yeah. Yuck, what's up, baby? Hey, dog, we at the Coin Academy, home of the Baller Podcast. Me stars walking in this motherfucker. What up, Yuck?
What up, baby?
You good? That's what's up.
Okay, good.
You know what's up.
Moving good. Moving good, folks.
Come on, man. I'm glad you better. I see you people fighting each other. People look at it differently. than when a black person fighting a white person, when a white person fighting a black person. When we fight amongst each others and we have different race, it is something different. And all kinds of things start to kick in mentally that they train you not to think about. But if you see 4 white guys jumping on a black guy, your brain is going to process that differently. If you see, if a white guy sees, if a bunch of white people see 4 black guys jumping on a white guy, they're going to process it differently. What I'm trying to make sure everybody understands is all of the stuff they tell us not to talk about and not to cope with and not to understand is setting everything up for one day a disaster to happen amongst the motherfuckers that ain't got shit. That's what I looked at. It's the people who ain't got shit. We are very sensitive, no matter how much we do dirt, no matter how much we whatever, when we see somebody jumping on our race, and I'm saying every race, we all go to the help of our race. So with all of the problems that we are not united on in this country, it can turn into a fucking massacre. Just know that. Just know that. Now,
and just to expound on that a little bit, because that's the reason I wanted to play that is because it's not about the fact that you can't be happy or be, rejoiceful. Like, yeah, we did that. Black people did that. Black people had each other's backs. With all the narratives that go around about black people on a daily basis, when people sit up there and talk about black on black crime and try to use that as a way to demonize us or as a way to come back at you with a talking point when you making some sense about some racist ass white folks, it's refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air to see your own people back each other and be there for each other in a time like that. I don't want anybody to feel like they can't feel great about that or celebrate that. That all falls into the line of being conditioned on how to, try to make white people feel comfortable as a black man or black woman in this country. You know what I'm saying? I said it last show when we talking about Jason Whitlock and how he tried to twist the whole story. Jason Whitlock came up with a whole what if scenario just to try to make his white counterparts feel better because he's in the business of trying to make white people feel comfortable. He's in the business of gobbling white ball sacks. You got to understand it's a different feeling when we see some shit actually happen opposed to the multiple narratives that get created on a daily basis on these social platforms.
To talk about the shit, in my opinion, that was some shit that I felt like didn't get its proper credit for. When that boy swam across that river, that was a revolutionary moment in American history.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna.
I heard some people knocking him.
I ain't heard
Whatever. You're gonna get something either way. You're gonna get bad, negative, all that.
That boy's revolutionary instincts kicked in, and he jumped in that river before he even took his shoes off. Swam across the motherfucking river. You want to know? I don't know if you know what it's like to swim in some shoes. It's better if you take your shoes off. That's why people kick their shoes off. His instincts kicked in. Well, he jumped in the river, swam across without the shoes on, and on top of that, pulled himself up out the river. You got to do this to know it ain't easy. It's not a cakewalk.
Right.
To go over there and see what was happening with his motherfucking brother.
16 years old.
And I heard people talking shit about him. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with motherfuckers?
That's the internet. You're going to get it. You'll get it either way. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man? This is a revolutionary. That ain't nothing to take lightly. And like you say, Marcus, he's a young man, huh?
Yeah, young boy.
16 years
Young
old,
man.
by the way.
He told you he was raised right. He was like,
I said that too yesterday when we talked about it. I talked about the fact that people got to understand at 16 in 2023, most kids are going to grab their phones when some melee jumps out or when some bullshit happens. They're going to grab their phone. They're going to press record. Their mind is on the next viral moment. It's not on, let me take action. Which is why, you got to take a lot of things with a grain of salt when you see people say shit on the internet who are so out there with the shit that they're saying, especially the racist individuals on the internet. You have to understand what you saw in Alabama. A lot of the times, that is why they say the things they say on the internet about black people. Cowards, the real cowards. It don't make no sense, but that's the life that they choose to live. We're better than that. And they try to bring us down and make us stoop down to their levels on a daily basis. We have to be above them at all times. Always. I commend that young man because he did something a lot of 16-year-olds wouldn't do.
Like that's the way I was raised, man.
I saw some pictures of him. He a tripped out looking motherfucker. But there you go. Look at him.
Yeah.
Did you just say you couldn't swim, Marcus?
Huh?
You don't know how to swim?
Hell no.
What?
Shit.
Yay, I want to teach Marcus how to
That
swim.
man,
I wouldn't have made it.
That
Soon I would
young-
have jumped in. I've been fighting.
that young boy is a revolutionary, or he saw some dick on the other side of the river.
I
God.
can't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Corey cannot help but have a gator on at fucking all times. You notice that? Do you notice that Corey constantly has on a gaydar? It makes me think, man. It always makes me ponder. Why is your gaydar on all the time as a straight man? You can't even talk about a young black kid who did something great without joking about his possible sexuality, man. We can't let that little. You just got done saying the little nigga people was talking shit about him. Now here you go, putting the boo-booic plague on him. Come on, man. Damn. Now, as we continue, it was breaking news yesterday that a Mr. Tory 5'8" Lanez was sentenced to almost, you know what? It was 10 years, but I'm pretty sure he's only gonna do about three or four, maybe 5 at the most. Maybe 5 at the most. They're gonna give him time served. They're gonna do all this. There's gonna be a whole bunch of other shit. He's not going to serve 10 years, but he was handed down 10 years. And a lot of people had a lot of opinions about it. I'm just gonna say first and foremost that I think that it was an overall crazy situation. I don't remember, and this is just me being honest, I do not remember the last time that the word was taken in these type of situations from people who everyone involved was heavily inebriated, heavily under the influence, and really couldn't recount their stories. All of them. Even Tory. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them couldn't recount their stories. Tory had a lot, said he drank a lot and didn't remember certain things, and certain things happened or didn't happen. We saw Megan's friend on the stand. She was all fucked up. She didn't really do a good job on the stand. Megan went back and forth. She, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, going back to watch everything and seeing how everything unfolded, you know, I just, it's a weird situation. You know, to be honest, I don't care either way, because I'm not a person that was invested in this shit like a lot of people who are Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion fans are. But it was a very interesting case to see unfold. You know, I'm one of those people that I like to hear both sides. I like to wait until trial happens. I like to see the information that comes out, because you find out a lot of new things when they do go to trial. But the way that it panned out, it was like, I honestly didn't expect him to be found guilty, but he was. And, you know, usually that's just how life goes. We have to see somebody else, another black man, get locked up, but he made his choices that night. Honestly, I think I said this before, I think he was fucking dumb and should have stayed at Kylie Jenner house. You have better booty sitting right there. Now, I know motherfuckers gonna try to, put some type of race behind that shit, but that's not the case, man. When I say better booty, I'm talking about you not over here fighting between two females who are friends. Motherfucker, let them go and argue or hash it out as friends. Maybe it would have ended up being Kelsey being the one that that ended up getting arrested that night for doing the bullshit. You would have probably still been at Kylie's house getting it in. I know it's probably killing him inside right now. I know more of his top hairs are falling out as we speak, knowing that all he had to do was stay at Kylie's house. All you had to do. See, like, I know there's some niggas out there who they feel like they have to do something. They feel like they have to be the mediator, or they feel like they have to be the one to rectify the situation, or they have to be the one in the middle of some shit sometimes. That was a clear sign after all the shit that they said happened that night that transpired right before they all left Kylie's crib. He had no reason or purpose to be in the car with them women that night. He fucked up. So now he paying the consequences for it. But one person that has been staying on this case is a woman by the name of Megan Cunniff, who was the one that reported that it happened. And she also released some details. She said Tory spoke for several minutes. He said he still cares about Megan. He called her someone I still care for dearly to this day, regardless of what she may think of him. He said the victims, my friend. He talked about bonding with her over the loss of their mothers. We both lost our mothers. We would sit there and drink until we got numb, Tory Lanez said of Meg Thee Stallion. And then he said about the shooting, I said some very immature things that I shouldn't have said. I revealed some secrets I shouldn't have revealed. And then he said, here's my quick article, blah, blah, blah. And then she wrote down here, I commend Megan Pete for her incredible bravery and vulnerability as she underwent months of probing, investigation, and court appearances where she had to relive her trauma and the public scrutiny that followed. This came in from the Los Angeles County District Attorney by the name of George Gaskin. She also addressed the fact that Lanez addressed Gaskin by name in an April Instagram post, basically asking him to intervene and drop the charges. From Gaskin's statement today, he said women, especially black women, are afraid to report crimes like assault because they are too often not believed. This is a picture of, I don't know who the fuck that is. That's definitely not Tory Lanez. But I guess whoever their sketch artist is, this is supposed to be Tory Lanez, and I'm pretty sure he definitely is keeping that skull cap on his entire stay. I don't think he wants to be caught without that on. We might see that man with a wild cul-de-sac on top of his head. But as all this happened, Akademiks was one of the people that was involved in this situation, and Megan Cunniff was pointing out that his involvement actually had something, and it played a part in everything that was going on. So if you remember early on when everything was happening, Akademiks revealed that he had some new information right before trial started and said that he got it from Roc Nation. Somebody revealed yesterday during the sentencing that the information was leaked or given to him by Tory Lanez and Tory Lanez's team. So now people are trying to call for Akademiks to be sued, trying to get some litigation on him. And he heard about it, of course, and went live last night and had this to say about Megan Cunniff.
I like it. Let me hit the like button on it. Hit the like button on that one. Yeah, let's up to Annie. I like to up to Annie. I'm on timing today. I'm sorry. Got this cross-eyed bitch with this big-ass bifocals talking crazy about me, bitch. Bitch, go get LASIK before you holler at a nigga like me, man. The fuck is you talking about?
Yeesh.
Go get your vision corrected, ho. Stop playing with me, man. How you like 45 and you still got these big-ass bifocals? Bitch, go get LASIK. Stop playing with me, bro. Fuck is you thinking this is? Bitch, you blink 3 times, your vision's blurry for 10 minutes. Stop playing with me, man. What the fuck we doing? You blink 3 times, your vision blurry for 10 minutes straight. That's what I said.
Now, here's the thing. Akademiks didn't just try to go off on Megan Cunniff last night. He also took the opportunity to go off on R&B singer SZA. Now, I don't know what SZA did, but apparently he had a lot to say about her. You know what? I'm not even going to play that. Y'all can go find that on the internet somewhere. I'm going to play this one, matter of fact, because this one took me way off guard. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I didn't know why. But then it made sense. I was like, oh, yeah, she made Akademiks look like a fool back in Everyday Struggle. You know, when Akademiks was a little bit more timid, when Akademiks was a little bit more scared, he was a little bit more honest about the fact that he was pussy, things like that. Just overall that type of thing. And, you know, it was when, you know, somebody like Vic Mensa called him a bitch and Akademiks asked him in what way. And then all of a sudden, when things progressed and Akademiks became a millionaire and was able to afford security and have enough people that he met that were probably street affiliated or whatever the case may be, or maybe even taking a page out of 6ix9ine's book, he started to talk a little bit more reckless. Now, fast forward till today, well, last night technically, he was live and he had ammo for everybody. One of those people being Erykah Badu, which I have no idea why, other than the Jerry comment, but I thought, you know, that was just a joke. I didn't think that it was something to be taken as she was like really disrespecting him. I just thought that it was just Erykah Badu being Erykah Badu. But I don't know. Y'all let me know.
I would like to let all y'all know I don't respect y'all. I don't respect y'all like you. I don't respect me. Because when I met all y'all all try to play me. I never quit Erykah Badu after she came on my show and she was trying to be funny. Bitch, I don't with you after that. Nigga, what's up now? What we finna do? Bitch, you an old asshole just keep getting by all these young niggas. What's poppin'? What we finna do? I ain't with none of y'all niggas. Still. Bitch, call Tyrone, call Jamal, call everybody. Big Ak is here. None of y'all niggas ain't finna do shit, my nigga. I'm telling all y'all the real about it. I see that bitch follow me. I'm like, bitch, why you following me? I don't with you. I'm not in on no joke with you. You and your little Twitter following or whatever the you got. Bitch, you came up in here raving around Sage and all that type of shit. Y'all niggas. Y'all niggas gonna have to show me now. I'm sorry. I've gotten to the point. Y'all got to show me. Y'all got to show me.
Has he really got that reckless with it? Has he really gotten that reckless where he's like really now inviting it? Like, this is the thing that I was talking about. And see, niggas was looking at me like I was just, you know, being on act like, oh man, and just talking shit like, oh, why can't, you know, people talk shit about him, but he can't respond as a man. He can say whatever he wants and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but when I said that he is the type of person that isn't about that life or really would see somebody in the streets, he's actually really the civilian he says he is and is the person that will call the police and get charges on you like the person he says he is, why would he invite people to come and do some shit to him? Or even put it in the atmosphere or insinuate it. If you are not about that life, even if you are drunk off the Henny or whatever bottle you got next to you, inviting this type of shit into the atmosphere will only bring challengers. And it's not bringing the people that you think. I don't think a lot of these guys understand that. When they sit up there and talk crazy about a specific person, they have to realize that that specific person has 50 other motherfuckers that love them. And that's just personally. You got to worry about the 50,000 or 500,000 or 5 million other motherfuckers that got love for somebody that just want to be going viral on a daily basis. You forget we live in the internet era. So it doesn't matter if you have security. It doesn't matter if it doesn't even matter if you hold it on you, Akademiks. It always comes from where you least expect it. You should take a page out of your guy's book, R.I.P. XXXTentacion. What happened to him, it didn't come from anybody he was beefing with publicly on IG or any rappers that he dissed. It came when he least fucking expected it. That's what I don't get about when niggas talk mad tough on the internet.
Ak is at the point you got to show me. You got to show me. If you don't show me, I'm gonna disrespect y'all. You got to show me. You have to show. I promise you have to show me. I'm at the point you have to show me. Bitch came in here waving on top of wands and shit. I'm trying to be nice to you. Now I realize, oh, you was trying to play me like I'm some clown. Bitch, f you, nigga. How many rappers done ran through you, nigga? None of you. Stop playing, nigga. How many young rappers you chase, nigga, trying to f them too? Stop playing, nigga. What is you talking about? I'm not playing with none of y'all. That bitch can't mention me straight up. I'm telling you, I'm on that. I'm sorry. Y'all got to, y'all have to show me. You will have to show me. I'm sorry.
In what way, sir?
Man, I know 3 rappers done ran through you, you did all type of shit, bitch. You just like you a cum rag for these niggas. You ain't about to play with me.
I don't think he actually remembers also where Erykah Badu is from. Now, I don't really subscribe to people, you know, oh, I'm from so and so. That doesn't make you tough. What makes you tough is how you came up, what you grew up around. You know what I'm saying? What made you. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be a person that lived on a block and think you tough. It's a lot of bitch ass niggas out there that live in tough neighborhoods. So it's like, it's not really about where you from, it's how you came up. Erykah is from Texas, and a lot of niggas from Texas love Erykah. And Texas is not far from Miami, or I don't even know where. I think actually Akademiks lives in Atlanta maybe. But a lot of people love Erykah, man. And these drunk rants ain't gonna get him nowhere but into some bullshit he really don't want to get into.
You about to play with Big Ak? You a cum rag. The f you talking about? Sorry. Y'all niggas gotta show me. I'm sorry.
Mind you, this is all off of the fact that she called him Jerry from Tom and Jerry. It wasn't nothing else. She didn't call him a bitch ass nigga. She didn't say he was weak. She didn't say none of that shit. All it was the reference. So you got to think about it. Akademiks was probably waking up every morning, looking in the mirror, trying to get his swag right, trying to get his confidence up. But every time he looked at his face, all you could hear was do 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 do.
Show me. Y'all gotta show me. Nigga, I sat on that for 5 years. Y'all gotta show me now. Y'all gotta show me. I'm sorry. I gotta show me.
Imagine holding a grudge for 5 years from a woman, man.
Don't follow me. I'm now following you back. Don't f with you. Don't f with them jokes. Ain't no, Jerry. We ain't f with that.
Oh,
you gotta show me. You ran through chick who 45. I'm sorry. Get the f one out of here. Now I get to shit on them, and I'm telling them, y'all can say I'm wrong, but I'm sitting on it. Pause. I ain't sitting. I'm standing
that was
on
hilarious.
It. They could all suck. I'm standing on it. Ain't no apologies. If they have a problem, they need to do something. Because what I said is what I said. Period. I ain't never Erykah Badu since then. I thought it was some cool shit. And I don't want to hear about no joke. This is my type of joke. You a ran through bitch. 3 niggas done f you. You got kids by 3 rappers. You know what type of time it is with you. You was trying to f with and suck up XXXTentacion. You can't f with niggas like us. Stop playing. You old as hell, nigga. Yo shit dusted off. Stop playing, man.
Hey, that nigga DLC finna go see that nigga, man. DLC finna go see that nigga, man. He said, "Hold up, man. Nah, Akademiks, man. You talking about my baby mama, man. You talking about my baby mama, man. Look, I'ma tell you like this. You say something else, man, I'ma go upside your motherfucking head, man." Shout out to DOC, man. Look, I gotta speak on this because a Mr. Wayneth Brady. Mr. Wayneth Brady has come out as pansexual. I don't know why. Like I don't know. You know what? Let me not say how my opinion, because I'm not from that world. I don't want to make it seem like I'm being hurtful or hateful or anything like that. But pansexual, I thought you just said like you were bi or like you were gay or like whatever the fuck you want to identify as or what you want to say. So I didn't know that you had to be all this extra shit or these extra names was out here, but here we are. Oh no, I can't play that video. There's all right. I'm gonna turn this down, and then I'm gonna just play the video because I need y'all to see the video as I read this, because the video goes amazing with this whole shit. Just watch. So he says, as someone who gets to bring joy to others daily on TV, it's been ironic that I don't experience it as much as I'd like. I advocate mental health for all, and a part of that is self-transparency. In doing my work, I've come to see a few truths, one of them being that I want to be free to love whoever I want. This truth makes me pan and part of the LGBTQ family. It's scary as hell to say out loud, but here it is. The people I admire the most are the ones brave enough to be themselves unapologetically. This shouldn't shake anyone's world, but if it bothers you at all, that's your business. I was so afraid of having my manhood questioned, but screw that. A real man in my eyes isn't afraid to be honest and happy. From now on, I'll be over here living my best life. Nigga, we already knew you was over there. That's the funniest part about this whole shit. We already knew what was up, Wayne. I been knew it was up. Never stopped us from fucking with you, man. You know, Wayne Brady he's an incredible talent, man. Wayne Brady has been around for a long time doing his thing in the entertainment business, man. And you know what? And you want to know why it's something not to like be all, oh my God, or try to go at Wayne Brady for? It's because he, unlike a lot of people, he didn't use that to try to push his career forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite what you may think it may be a play for him to get something, or it may be him trying to revamp his career. This nigga has been going in, doing his thing for a long time. I don't think he's hurting for money. I don't think that he's hurting for fame. I just think at this point, he probably just said, fuck it. At some point, something's going to come out. There might be some pictures, there might be some videos, maybe some text messages or something. I might as well get out in front of this before a motherfucker tries to get out in front of it for me. Instead of getting behind it, pause. He had to get in front of it before he got behind it. Hey, man, shout out to Wayne Brady, man. I ain't got nothing crazy to say about Wayne, man. Wayne been out here doing his thing, man. And matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, man. I knew Wayne Brady was gay when I seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? You know what I'm saying? Every time he opened his mouth to sing, I knew it. I was like, oh man, he got a touch of church choir in him. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't try to force nothing down nobody's throats. Pause. As far as I know, you know, you didn't try to push this into nobody. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You didn't try to grab it and thrust it into society. Pause. But you know, you came out and you did what you did, man. So Wayne Brady is now pansexual, but that doesn't change anything. You know what I'm saying? We got to continue to respect it and love our fellow black man. You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of that, you know, there's a reason why I spoke on that. There was a reason why I said that. You know, we have to speak on this before we move around. You know, I'm not gonna hold y'all long today. Today's not a long show day, but I specifically wanted to bring up the Wayne Brady shit first because I needed y'all to understand that there is understanding out here amongst straight heterosexual men. You know, I'm not gonna use that cis word. I'm not gonna do none of that shit because I'm not I'm not in the game of playing, you know, names and all that other shit, pronouns and whatnot. I do have respect for people, and I think that it's supposed to be a two-way street. So if I meet you and you are a trans individual, whether you're trans man or trans woman, and you have respect for yourself and for myself and for the people around me, I will address you respectfully. If you are an ignorant son of a bitch who tries to force your ideas down somebody else's face and try to get people to try to get and try to dictate how people raise their kids, and you disregard other people's choices in life when you want to be so accepted for the choice that you've made in life, then I don't have the same respect for you. That's just really how it goes. I don't care what people say. I don't care how you feel about it. I think that's enough common sense to let you know that respect is a two-way street. So if I respect you and you respect me, that's how it's supposed to go. Plain and simple. Now, Neo went under fire for saying some things. Let me go ahead and hide that real quick. I'm gonna show Top Hat Neo real quick because there's another video that I would like to not have blasted on the screen because it's by a conglomerate that I don't fuck with, the Culture Vulture Police, who I will not name. You might name them in the chat. But he had a conversation with somebody and they asked him a question about him raising his children and how he feels about how he should raise them and them making their own choices when it comes to being trans or whatever the case may be. Listen to this.
Parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
It's like, okay,
Lost control.
if your little boy comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl, and you just let him rock with that, you just let,
Right.
he's 5.
Right. And where did he get that
If
from?
you let this 5-year-old boy decide to eat candy all day, he's gonna do that.
Exactly.
Like, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that.
And to medicate these young kids that are 5, 6, growing up and knowing that it affects their brain, it affects their organs, it makes them sick, but they're not allowed to do drugs, they're not allowed to do alcohol.
Right.
We can medicate
He
them
can't
up.
drive a car yet, but he can decide his sex.
Right, right. What sexual orientation, and he can cut off his pee-pee, and that, to me, that makes no sense
And
whatsoever.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor that they either passed or are trying to pass a law in LA that states if your child comes to you and asks to do some of these things and you say no, they can take your kid from you.
Yeah, that's true. Just passed in California.
That makes no sense.
They want us to have no control over our children.
But I don't get it.
In schools,
I don't get it.
hospitals, libraries.
You don't see how fucking crazy that is? Like, I know there's people that have been so conditioned and brainwashed to think that they have to side with some shit just because they think it's the right thing to do. But when you start seeing fuck shit happening within the shit, like, it's so crazy because when it comes to something like Black Lives Matter, people are so easy. And I know right now you just heard me say that and you quickly dismissed that shit. You see how fucking conditioned that is? But on the other hand, we're talking about a law that's being passed where if your child comes to you and says they want to do something and you say no, they can take your child from you. So what you're telling me is this is the equivalent. So I don't care what they say. Let me give you an example. If your child comes to you and says, I want to start having sexual relations with grown individuals or people of their age, and you say no, you mean to tell me California can take your child away? Now, I know that law is being specific to a certain thing when it comes to a certain group, but that is just the trickle-down effect that will happen. Once you have that law in place, now all of a sudden your child can do whatever the fuck they want to do because now the parent is scared to say no because they don't want to lose their fucking child. Imagine trying to dictate how somebody raises their children. And it's crazy because Neo said this, and I'm going to play a little bit more, but Neo said this, but not once said that he's discouraging his children from being who they want to be when they become adults. He never said nothing like that. He never said he's trying to stop his kids from being gay or trans or whatever the case may be. All he said was that them as a child, you know, the same children that you say can't make decisions for themselves, or the same children you say brains aren't developed until they're halfway through their 20s. He's saying that he doesn't want, or he will not allow his children to make those type of drastic, life-changing, life-altering decisions at an age when they don't even know what the fuck they want to do with their lives. Imagine making priority a child trying to pick what sex or gender or whatever they identify as, make that more priority than trying to help these young kids figure out what they need to be in life to be productive and to succeed. What are your talents? What are the things you're good at? What is your gifts? These motherfuckers is worried about what their sexual orientation is. How many of y'all, now this is the crazy part. This is how you know it's some agenda shit going on. Gay people, trans people, all that shit has been around for years. If a kid is sitting around having thoughts to themselves, if they feel like they are gay, or if they feel like they're really a girl when they're a boy, or feel like they're a boy when they're a girl, these are things that kids sometimes think about. To make it try to go to a drag, because first of all, kids' attention span ain't that long to sit there and think about that shit all day. On to the next thing, on to the playground, on to the coloring, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, kids had so much shit flowing through their mind, and their attention spans were not long enough to care that much about that shit. But because we live in a society now where our kids have been abducted by their fucking smartphones and by their electronics, their iPads and all that other shit, they are being taught things. So it's only natural that parents have to be more involved with their children and the things that they're doing. They want less parenting, more control. That's what I think is happening. And I think that it's coming from a higher standpoint. It's coming from a government standpoint, not just, I don't think it's really the agenda of the LGBTQ community. I feel like every single group that forms, then all of a sudden they see what it can do or see the potential of it, then the government takes a hold. The government starts putting all these things in place, because a lot of these people do not have the money or the capital to advertise all this shit the way that they have been. There's other forces behind this. And people are trying to minimize how parents feel or how the people feel about their children by just passing it off as, oh, they're homophobic or transphobic, or they hate the LGBTQ community. They're being ignorant. No, they're being parents. Now I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna play the response by Neo.
Berries.
Yeah.
They just want to manipulate. You got to understand, when they're so young and they're already, that's
impressionable.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And from them, they're going to believe what you say. I mean,
Yeah.
we say Santa Claus is real, you know, the
And they
Easter Bunny.
believe it, like,
right,
come on.
exactly.
Like, you gotta
they know what they're doing.
Remember who you're dealing with. Like, I can't take credit for it, but I heard somebody say one time, he's like, all right, if your son comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl, ask your son, what is a girl?
That's a good one.
What is he gonna do? He's gonna say, well, he might want to play with dolls. All right, you want to play with dolls? Fine, play with dolls.
Right.
But you're a boy
Right.
playing with dolls.
That's
I want
right.
to wear pink. All right, cool, wear pink. But you're a boy
That's right.
wearing pink. No issue with the LBGT. I have no problem with with nobody. Okay,
Right.
love who you love, do what you do.
Exactly.
I just personally come from an era where a man was a man and a woman was a woman, and it wasn't but two genders, and that's just how I rocked.
Me
now,
too.
You could identify as a goldfish if you feel like.
Right.
I don't care.
agree.
That ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not finna call you a
Right.
goldfish, but you
Exactly.
want to be a goldfish, you go be a goldfish. It's all good.
Amen.
I mean,
Well said.
it's just, we live in a weird time, man. We do.
do. And
Trigger
let's go to the
warnings.
hat-
What the
Right.
hell is a trigger warning?
Yes, exactly.
It's just when I
It
just
is
don't know
weird
when the world
times.
became so sensitive. Like comedians can't tell jokes no more.
No.
Like, everybody's offended. It's a joke. It's
Right.
a comedian.
Right.
It's a joke. You're not supposed to take it serious. It's a joke.
Right.
His literal job is to joke.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Pause. I could talk about the Dave Chappelle shit all fucking day. I really can. That alone has, that whole situation with Dave Chappelle has pissed me off so much just because they've literally twisted and shifted an image of somebody who was great. And it's crazy because we've talked about this for years. These are things that black people talk about but fall on deaf ears of every other group around us. So now they try to, they ignore this shit. When we speak about our greats in our community, our legends in our community, how they cannot have a squeaky clean image without something happening where they're getting torn down by society, by the hands of bigger corporations or other powers that be. Dave Chappelle wasn't a transphobic or wasn't homophobic or whatever they trying to label him as until motherfuckers got sensitive in society. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dave Chappelle does a special. In his special, a part where he makes a joke about trans individuals. The trans community goes hard at Dave. Dave has another special where he responds to people going hard about what he had to say. You know, the crazy part is Dave talked about a lot of things, but the only motherfuckers that had a problem with it was the one group that had the most power behind it to try to cancel somebody. Follow me. Then after he does that, they double down. Then we get to the whole punching down bullshit where then he has to bring up the fact that, okay, I'm not transphobic. Now I have to get serious with you motherfuckers and give you nuance and give you context to what I'm doing as a comedian when my only job is supposed to be to come out here, tell these jokes, make people laugh, which is what he's been doing his whole career. It's just that the outside entities that complain about shit, especially the people that won't even buy a ticket to go to a Dave Chappelle show or was a fan of him in the first place, are the ones that are trying to dictate how his legend ends. How much more sense can a person make? Like the perfect example of the fact that white people, especially white supremacists, racist motherfuckers, or just white people who just don't care to understand black people, the thing that they all have in common, the thing that they continuously do is willfully ignore the logic behind the things that we say. They say you're transphobic. I say Dave says, no, I'm not transphobic. If anything, I'm jealous. You guys have had more motion in y'all group than we ever had in life. Why is it more easier for Caitlyn Jenner to change her name than it was Ali to change his to Muhammad Ali from Cassius Clay? These are the type of things that get left out of context just so they can continue to spread a narrative. So now you had what Neo said in that previous clip go viral and people talk about it and say he's this and that. And he had to issue an apology and all this other shit. But then he thought about it. Hey, fuck that apology. Why am I apologizing for being a parent? Why am I allowing society to make me apologize for me being a parent to my kids that I got to be around every fucking day? Not these dumb motherfuckers. Y'all don't have to deal with my kids every day. Y'all not there taking care of them. Y'all ain't got to pay for shit. All y'all got to do is type for free on these fucking social media platforms trying to dictate how somebody raised their motherfucking kids. If he not beating them, abusing them, treating them bad, if he not skipping out on taking care of them, why the fuck do y'all care how he raising his children? If he not teaching them how to be bad individuals, if he's actually teaching them how to be productive individuals in society, why the fuck do you care? So that's why I'm glad he made this video to double down on everything he said.
What's going on, loved ones? This is Neo. All right, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize.
I'm not gonna lie, if he would have said this is something y'all got to hear from the horse's mouth and the turtle's head, I would have lost my motherfucking mind. But either way, let's keep going.
Guys, for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel.
Never back down, no surrender.
Follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question, and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I don't care. I definitely plan to educate myself a little bit more on this matter. However, I doubt that there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. That's
Glittery Bubbles. She said 5 boys and 2 girls. That many? Yes. So while people is sitting here worried about how the fuck he raising his kids, none of these motherfuckers is raising 7 goddamn kids, motherfucker.
That's just period, point blank, and that's how I feel.
They better
If I
leave
get
this nigga
canceled for
alone.
this,
He's stressed.
you know what?
He's fucking stressed. He has 7 children. Now, I'm not going to say he's stressed because, the money helps. The money helps in these situations. Not like he's 7 kids broke and ain't got shit going on for him. But still, you got to think about how much he does on a daily basis just as him being Neo. He has to juggle his career while also trying to be a great dad and trying to be there for his children, for all 7 of them. So you got to give Neo some goddamn grace.
Like that. That's just period, point blank.
And I love this part right here. This is my favorite part of the entire video because a lot of people want to try to save face. A lot of people be thinking about the corporate dealings that they have, or the people that came and spent money on them, or trying to do this and that, or even their relationships with certain people. I like the fact that he doubled down with this part.
Blank, and that's how I feel. If I get canceled for this, then you know what? Maybe this is a world where they don't need a Neo no more, all right? And I got no problem with that. I'm a hustler, all right? I'll figure it out. I got kids to raise, and I'm going to do that regardless. So with that being said, y'all have a good day. I love everybody. Live how you want to live, love how you want to love, but your opinion is yours. Speak your opinion as much as you damn well feel like it. Because as I said, they're not important, they're not special. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine, all right? Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Have a great day. It's neat.
What else do you have to say from that? What else you got to say from that, man? He didn't disrespect nobody. He didn't use homophobic or transphobic slurs. He didn't try to blame anybody else for the things that he said. He took accountability. He apologized if anybody was offended because that wasn't his purpose. But you are not going to tell him how to father his children. And I stand with that message. And anybody out there with kids should stand with that message as well, unless you want your government to pop in and start making decisions for you and your underage child. Think about that shit. Imagine your child come to you and say they want to do something outrageous and life-changing, life-altering. And you say no, and the government say, well, bitch, I don't give a fuck. You birthed that motherfucker? Oh, you almost died giving birth to this motherfucker? I don't give a fuck. Overturn it. Bring that child here. We got him. Fuck out of here, man. That's crazy. That's insane. Anybody with common sense in their fucking brain would agree. And I stand on it. GMS fam, the green room. It's been an amazing show today, as usual. I thank every single one of y'all for popping up on me today. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Well, you know what? I can't lie. If you follow me on the GMS show page, I am going to follow you back. But if you follow me on my main page, I will not see it because that page is lit. I can't do shit about it. I try to look at the people that follow me. It happens every. I'm going up damn near 300, 500 followers a damn day. So I try to keep up with it. I don't know if I can, but if you follow me on the GMS show page, I will follow you back, all right? Also, if you want to support the GMS show, the best way that you can is by donating to the Cash App, as you see down below. The name is there. I would appreciate it. You'll be helping out the GMS show. We need to up production. We need to get more things around this space and make it more lively. We got to continue to amplify the name of the GMS show. So if you want to contribute, man, the best way you can is to hit that Cash App. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure you tap into that comment section when the live is over. Help them algorithms. Yeah. He said, fuck your dreams. Always. I see you, Soda Slim, T-Fam1, Subliminal Frequency, Veil, Justin Furlow, 313 Capo. Samajin in the building. Glittery Bubbles is in the building. King Lukey, Infinite Umbra was in the building. Melanie was here. Big Dave was here. Dub Deuce was here. Al Kenyon was here. Joe Blast was here. GMS fan pulled up. Grits and Gravy was in this motherfucker, bang. Shout out to y'all, bro. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I'm going to see y'all later this week. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. But go enjoy the outdoors. Get some fresh air. Smoke something if you got it. GMS fam, the green room. It's been real. Y'all have a good one. We out.